Hey everybody, before I start this video, I just wanted to let everyone know that I have a Discord server for my channel. It's free and it's a great place to share your sandbox creations or discuss sandbox games with other people. So if you are interested in that, make sure to check the link in my description. It'll be there for you to check out and subscribe to. So I just want to let you all know that, and now onto the video. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 park build episode. Or installment. I don't know however you prefer to call it. This video is going to be kind of similar to the last several. I just kind of fleshed out the park a little bit, made more scenery, made more terrain stuff, and added more paths. And then the one thing is I finally opened the theme park, so guests can now get in. It's now open to the public, which is, I guess, technically how it works in real life. Is you don't just like open the park and then build as you go, but I decided it was finally time to open the park. Let's make this series somewhat interesting. And now people can ride the rides and people can play the games and do all the fun stuff. So, actually I don't have any games yet. But for now, they can ride all the rides. And I've got like 7 or 8 rides at this point. So I feel like that's enough to warrant allowing people in the park. So I added in just, I just wanted to make sure that the areas that are supposed to be fenced in are fenced in. And I wanted to make sure there was some terrain editing, and I wanted to add in some trees and all that fun stuff. And then I've been using double wide paths. I actually have not read up on whether or not that messes with AI in the third game like it does in the second, but I figured I'm just gonna go with it. It's too late to change now. Hopefully people can find their way around the park okay, despite the double wide paths. So I added in another junior coaster. I actually had one in the park previously, but I wanted to add in another one just because in terms of the I wanted it to be closer to the kids area, because I have this little kids section with some kiddie rides and like a slide and bumper cars and little swinging ship, and I wanted to make sure that there's a little junior coaster to accompany all that. And I'm not gonna lie, this coaster took me a couple of tries. This one, I'm still getting used to the physics of Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 versus 2. Like, this coaster design would probably work in the second game. It wouldn't be super intense or anything, but it would work and you would be able to use it. But in this game, it loses speed the vehicles lose speed pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. So I had to make sure that I added in you have to make those drops a little higher. You have to create a few more G-forces than you normally would, so that's kind of a big adjustment that I've been trying to figure out, is just how intense do you make these coasters, and how high should your hills be, and all of that kind of stuff. So this one took me a few tries. I mean, it's not totally obvious with the time lapse, but obviously this footage is sped up, but when in real time, it's so unbelievably slow. So I had to build another design. This one I try to add in some little bunny hills to make it a little bit more, just make it a bit more, more fun, more interesting, and something that would be, be found on a regular junior coaster at a normal theme park. So once again, this one didn't quite work either, spoiler, but I had the third try. Finally, I got something that somewhat resembled a real life junior coaster. I'm sure there's probably some theme park experts that could dispute me on that, but you know what? After 3 tries, I decided this is gonna do. I think this will do for now. And I didn't have any stat penalties or anything, so I think it should work just fine. I added in an extra high lift hill, and then I actually didn't add the first drop doesn't happen until, or the first it just goes right into a helix that goes up once, and that's it. And then I actually unbanked some turns to add in a couple more G-forces, and I don't know. Whenever I see a slow roller coaster moving through a banked turn, it just seems unnecessary to me. That might just be me, but like if I see a roller coaster moving slowly through a turn, I feel like it should be unbanked. I don't know why, but it just looks more appropriate to me. So that's the final design. It's just kind of little kid coaster. It's smaller than the other 2, and I thought that would be appropriate for little kids area. Unfortunately, I did already build a junior coaster in this park, so I have repeated a design, but for the most part, I can live with it. Just the fact that one of them has the ladybug cars and one has the bullet cars, I can live with that for now. Having 2 of the same type of coaster in the same park, I'm actually all right with it. So now I wanted to go ahead and just finish up. I built this looping coaster last time, and I just wanted to make it look a little bit more pretty, make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So that's what I'm doing here. I just wanted to mess with the terrain and mess with the foliage and fence it in like a normal coaster would be, and be on my way, I guess. And I've done this a few times now, so I'm getting better at it. There's a couple of tools. I know which tools to use for this, and I know how to appropriately place the scenery where it needs to be. And so hopefully I'll be getting better at this as the series goes on, and I'll be faster at it. That's the one thing, is that when you're playing on the Switch, it's definitely a slow process versus using a mouse and keyboard. I feel like I could be doing this double speed if I was on a mouse and keyboard, but because it's on a Switch, it's kind of what I got to work with. My computer is a MacBook Pro, and it just would not be able to handle Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. And it's just, you know what, and it's the reason I haven't played Planet Coaster either. It's just because it's my specs just will not be able to handle. A 2013 MacBook Pro is not going to be able to handle modern roller coaster games. So that's why we're on the Switch. I know no one asked, but I went ahead and added in some foliage here. Just added in some bushes, some trees, and then oh yeah, I forgot about this. I actually added in a info kiosk. I added in a second one. One of the buildings, as you enter the park, has an info kiosk inside of it, but I just wanted to add in a second one to be safe, and really just to add in something in this area because it just kind of looked, it would have looked weird. I either needed some sort of like display, or some sort of like a statue, or like some sort of way to fill up the space, because otherwise it would have been a random square in the middle of the park that has nothing there. So I opted to add in another info kiosk, and it's just inside of this. I tried to make the building look, frankly, boring, because when you go to the information section of a theme park, it's never exciting. When you're going to the administrative area of a theme park, it's never like exciting looking. So I tried to make it look boring, and the one thing I was trying to make a black roof, but the game, I think it may have been glitched a little bit, and I couldn't actually change the color. Like, I would change the color, and then it wouldn't actually do anything, and oh well, I guess. So it's got a teal roof. That's one of those things I'm just like, I can live with that for right now. And yeah, so I just wanted to add in some more foliage, some more trees. Any spot that I see that is unedited, I want to make sure that that is edited and changed and looks appropriate for the park. So now we finally, as I was about to open the park, I realized I haven't hired any staff yet. There's a park inspector, but that's about it. I wanted to make sure I added it. I hired some mechanics, some handymen, and then once I did that, it's time to open the park. So we've got guests arriving. I think by the end of this video, I had a few hundred guests. So we got them spilling in right now, 38, 47, and they're coming in fast because there's a lot of rides here. So I'm assuming the guest generation works the same way that it did in the original game, where the more rides you have, that's what spawns guests. And so since I have like 8 rides and I have several coasters, I think that should bode well for that. And then the very last thing in this video was I wanted to just decorate this station. I actually built it kind of in this corner over here by accident. I didn't really mean to do that. So I didn't have a lot of room to work with when building this station platform building. But eventually it ended up looking okay. And I actually realized while I was doing this, you can't actually edit the color of the bullet car, I guess. Which is kind of lame, but I guess that's the way it goes sometimes, and that's why the ladybug cars are better, because you can actually change the color of them. And so yeah, this is a very basic kind of station building. I didn't want to do anything crazy, just because I had limited space to work with, so I wanted to make sure that the building looked appropriate enough, and yeah, and then I finally figured out how to change the color of the roof tile. I'm not sure what happened, but here I was able to change it, and it looked fine. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe for more Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 and Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 content. Otherwise, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.